All right, hello, everybody. Very sorry about that. This happened a few times today. It's been very windy out here in North Jersey today, and it happened around like 11 o'clock, and then again at 1 o'clock, and it kind of calmed down for a bit. So I thought we'd be fine, and then literally as I hit go live and it started streaming, everything was good connection, confirmation from both the software and YouTube that we are live. Power cut out. So yeah, probably lost a bunch of people, but that's cool. It's all right. We'll see what we can make of it. Thank you for being here. I am out of focus. Let's get that dialed in here. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know where you're checking in from, where in the world. I see we got Handsome in here. What's up, man? Thank you for being a part. Keys Toast, what's good? Toby Snow, thank you for being here again. Kid Chai, what is up, my dude? Jack in the chat. Romeo DF, what's up, man? We are going to break down some photos today. We have over 200 submissions, so we are well deep in the backlog, so to speak. Our first round, I originally was going to aim for doing 20. I only did about 10. So we're going to catch up on the other 10 that were part of that original 20 there. Florida, what is up? All right, we're going to get going. Callie, what's up? Dead on Media, what is good? Yeah, you caught one finally. You missed the power going out, so it's good you caught the second one and not the first one. Two quick picks. What's up? We got your Fiat edit in here today. MRD Visuals, what is good? Big fan of Alexander Wolf. Thank you very much, man. So I ordered this, which is a XLR mic. Hoping to pick up some better audio quality for you guys, and I ordered it from Adorama, which I'm not far from. And it came literally like a half hour ago. So I didn't really have time to test it out, play around with it, and hook it up to this audio interface here. So hopefully this will be the last stream we rock the Snowball mic. But this should bring us some much higher quality sounds and audio that way. And it doesn't look too bad, does it? I like the blue on silver there. It's got a little shock mount, a little tripod. But we'll put that aside for now. Sure. Chili, what is up, Chili? All right, here we go. Our first submission for this stream is going to be from Sherfang Lee, CP Fraud on Instagram, of this beautiful NSX. I believe this is out in, I think, the Chicago area, Minneapolis, something like that. Thank you for everyone who's already submitting stuff. That is awesome. All right, so we have a Canon RAW file to work with, plenty of room to work with. Let's play around with it here in Lightroom before we dive into Photoshop and get going over there. It's a little warm, so I just want to cool it off. Too purple. Let's do 8. No. 10. Something like that. It's a decent amount of vignetting going on around the edge of the photo here. I'm going to assume that's from shooting pretty open f4. Okay, so 17 mil f4 ISO 800. And before we get too deep into it, do me a favor, just hit the like button on the stream. Chris is already on it and letting you guys know to go ahead and do that for me. I appreciate that, Chris. We can use all the help we can get after losing power there. I probably should have just held off on this one, but that's all right. All right. I want to go for something cold, something icy. So let's get rid of all these traces of yellow in here. Bump up the red a little bit. I don't know if I can do any split toning in here. I do want to go deep, but just a tad. Oh, I'm liking that. A little too strong so far. Something there. MRD visuals. I was gonna submit one of my favorite photos, but when I look back at it, I realized the focus was on the back of the car instead of the front. Oh man, that's unfortunate, man. But hey, if you got anything else, just feel free to send it over. Let's overwrite that. I was just submitting some stuff for thumbnail's sake. Let's get Photoshop going. SAS Designs NY in the building. What is up, dude? Oh, Gabe, what is good? Let's get some tunes cracking. You already know what I'm gonna go for here. There we go. Back at it with the Dead Crow Purge.zip EP. Right. Oh, you guys get to see how unorganized my file structure is here. Edit, and there we go. Oh, Gabe, there was a first stream that didn't go well. That was because the power. I literally had hit go live. You guys were all in there, just all set up, and the power went out. So it took a minute for the power to come back on, my computer to go through its boot process, the Wi-Fi to connect, set up all the software again. Yeah, that was quite inconvenient, but here we are. Shout out to the 53 of you that are in here. I appreciate that. How's the desktop level there? All right. 1990, thank you for stopping in, man. Have a good night. All right, so I like that we have this tunnel like opening back here. I think we can work with that, and this blue on the ground from the car's headlights behind him. We can kind of do something like that, make it like a flare out. So let's start there. We're gonna get a new layer going here. Bring my windows over, white paintbrush. Toby Snow, so I'm using Adobe Photoshop CS6 because I used to have the entire Adobe suite, but Premiere was just giving me so many problems that I was really over paying for the entire suite, so I dropped that, paying for the entire suite, and now I just pay for Premiere, and then I went back and found all the other programs I needed, not in the Creative Cloud, so the CS6 version, so CS6 of Photoshop, Lightroom, After Effects. I was just getting so frustrated with paying monthly for a product that was giving me so many problems on a daily basis. So until they really solidify some problems I have with the way it operates, I'm going to stick with CS6. Oh, handsome. I will get that bigger mouse pad, man. I was thinking about getting like a nice little cloth mat for the keyboard and the mouse. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Hey, Hellby Media, I love you too, man. Oh, wait, Hellboy with an X for the O. Got you. GameBilly27, thank you very much for subscribing, my man. If you are in here, say what is up to the chat. Alright, so if I punch in on here, it's a little soft. I mean, if we're resizing it, you can get away with it. So punch those pixels down a little bit, we'll resize it to like 4,000. Just to help kind of crop all that in a little more. Can't do much cropping on the actual image itself because that's going to bring out that said detail. But something, oh, before I resize it, you know what? David Too Sick, if you are local to northern New Jersey, it's something we can talk about for sure. Right now, obviously that's not a possibility. Oh, there's the detail I was looking for. Obviously, it's not a possibility with everything going on with COVID, but perhaps we can make something work. I can't wait for this all to be over and get back out there shooting again. I miss all my friends. I miss cars. I miss driving. Even though, I mean, I've still been driving like around town. I just miss like driving to things. Okay, so you're only using Illustrator and InDesign, two programs I am very unfamiliar with. My friend Sebastian's very well versed in those. But you're paying for the whole suite just for those? Alright, line these up here. There we go. I want to bring some of that blown outness back to the headlight here, because I think those highlights crunched all the way down. It actually looks kind of obvious. So, but I'm looking for something better than that. So we'll do the same over here. I will most definitely be at Tuner Evo Philly if it is happening this year. It's still scheduled for its August 1st date, I believe. That's not what I wanted. Alright, I'm going to bring back some of the blown out portion of the headlight. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can, let's see what's going on here. Just want to check for the camera car reflections. I'm not seeing any, so that's awesome. What if we colorize the entire thing? And then kind of selectively took it away from there. I'm loving these blue streaks on the side here. PV Production, what is up, man? Eduardo, I started in car photo and video because of you. Greetings from Spain. Hey, man, that is awesome. That's cool to hear. Thank you very much. I hope it you enjoy it and it works out well for you. Just want to clean these up a wee bit. I feel like I want to lose that altogether. Hey, Mims, what's up, man? I didn't know you were in here. How's everything going over in the, are you from the, is it the UK? I know that's where you throw down some of your events, but I didn't know if that's where you're actually from. Alright, I want to lose the reflections that are in this front area. I don't mind any of this. I think that works very well. I don't mind these because we have the light sources here, but these ones I'm finding just very distracting to the overall front end of the car. Oh, London, yes. Okay, that's awesome. I can't wait to get back to London. I haven't been there since 2016 when Chris and I went for the London Motor Film Festival. Such a nice vibe there. Do I know JP Performance? I do not. I did see your submission. Thank you very much for sending it in. I do need to break down more into the photo submission emails because it's a lot more intensive than the video submission ones where I just like grab the link. With the photo ones, I gotta like go through, download everyone's photos, categorize them and all that good stuff. But we will get to it at some point. I'm not totally sure what the queue is looking like in terms of where you're at. Matthew, the link is right there. Or email, rather. David, I think we could maybe work something out. It'd be hard with you being in California because I'd be looking more so for someone in person, but and when it comes to like transferring data and all that. But you never know. Maybe it could be something that could work out. I should look into JP stuff then. What am I missing out on? Biggest Grand car YouTuber? Grand? Should I check this right now? Oh, German. That's okay. I know there's like all that. It's not like boxed in, and so it's easy to miss. Okay, I've never heard this dude. Looks dope. Cool, cool. I'll subscribe so I can get a little reminder. Why am I getting a phone call right now? I bet you 100. I'm gonna answer because let's see if it's spam. I have like a really good feeling it's spam. Hello, this is Anthony. Bruh. So tired of these calls. I was hoping someone was gonna answer and it was spam. That way we could have all trolled them together. Typically, whenever I get those calls and I'm at my desk, I open up YouTube, I grab the Nyan Cat song, and I blast that. Am I needing FPV drones for Hyperfest? I would take that question to Chris if he's still in the chat. If not, shoot him a DM. This photo is sick in itself. I don't feel like there's much more worth touching on. Let me just check something here with the reds. I feel like they're... That's what I'm looking for. Just a little more... Right here you can see up in the fender, like the hood area, it has like kind of a green-orange hue. But if I go -5 on the red hue, boom. And that kind of hue color was coming from these bridge lights originally being orange. Now, this like magenta colored area from the blue headlights, I'm going to try and see if we can do anything about that. This is a pretty clean Kia Soul GT. Toss it a little bit that way. Alex, you know what sucks? After we did that, I never got hit back by them. Like, hit back up by the agency for Kia. And after a few months, I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I sent them 2 follow-up emails, and I didn't want to send another one, like, seeming desperate. But I was like, you know what? Screw it. Like, I'll send them another email. And then before I did, all the guys that we went on that shoot with, they all left that agency for another one, like, a month after we did that job. So that's why no one ever got back to me. And that's why I am not owning a 2020 Kia Soul GT. Blagged out. Hey Anthony, just a quick question for you. How long did it take for you to be able to live out of videography, photography, and at which age did I start? So I started when I was, let's see, I'm trying to think of the year. Everything kind of blends together the older you get. I probably started, and when I say start, I mean like as a hobby, 2010, so 22 or so as a hobby, and then it kind of got a little more serious and a little more serious, and then 2014, the end of 2014 is when I quit my part-time job because I was doing part-time work and like making small money off videography and photography, but that's when I made the leap, was the end of 2014, and I've been full-time freelance since then. So videography, photography, the merch, YouTube AdSense, and some other like tiny revenue sources like shout outs and stuff like that. That all makes up my current income now. So from when I knew that it's what I wanted to do and go full-time into it, it took probably about 2 years of shooting as much as I could while working part-time, because I was working full-time, and I was like, I need more time to, actually be able to go out and shoot. Am I peeking on the mic? You guys let me know. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Where was I at? So when I made the decision, like, yes, I need to work on this more and more, I stepped down from working full-time to working part-time and getting jobs that were only part-time jobs so I could shoot as much as I could. In that process, the transition kind of took about 2 years or so. It probably could have been faster, but I did like it. I actually enjoy one of the jobs that I had that was a part-time job. It was like working for a wheel company, doing like sales, marketing, photo, video. So I thought that was a good direction where I was going. But then we kind of phased out from there, and then I got a quick job at a bank because the hours were really good. They're closed on Sundays, they're closed on like every holiday, so it was just a good fit. And then from there, that's when I jumped, and working pretty well. Yes, I do know Dustin Williams. He is a homie. Hoping to be able to go to his wedding. Louis, yes I do. What is up, man? Okay, I'm gonna lock this one out here. Edit to. There we go. Alright, next. Let's do another Honda. This one I think is pretty simple, clean image off the bat. and there's not much when I see it that I want to do to it, so I know we can get through this one pretty quick. Alright. Pretty dark off the bat, but ISO 50, 35 mil, 1.8. This is 1.8. This is really sharp for 1.8. Terrence, in regards to your question, what did it take to get to the next level in filmmaking, like actually get paid? So while I was working part-time, you know, I kind of really took anything I can get. So I was doing a few car shoots. I was doing weddings with Chris. I was doing like corporate talking head stuff when I could find it. And, you know, I mean, as random as like shooting bar mitzvahs and things like that, shooting quinceañeras, like anything to make money. And like, because I was, you know, doing whatever I could to go full time, I didn't care what it was. And everything was like a new experience at that point. So, I mean, it was all kind of exciting. So when you get, you know, you get your first shoots and it's like $50 here, then 200, and then 500. I was still living with my parents, so I didn't have to pay rent, which was huge. You know, I didn't make the jump to go full-time, until I was making about double, like, let's say 50 to 100% of what I had in bills. So, yeah, like 50% to double what I had in bills. That way I would still have money to, like, eat and afford the things I want. So that's what kind of like took 2 years. And then once I went full-time, the income, the first year was like, okay, it was good. I mean, it was more than I was like doing part-time work and shooting part-time. So that's when I was like, all right, here we go. But then recently, like, you know, it's been enough to support. I don't have like an extravagant lifestyle. I'm a pretty chill dude. But pays all the bills, pays rent now, paid off the Kia Soul, pays car insurance, pays all the business bills, all that good stuff, and I can still spend money on the car. Gonna rebuild this PC maybe within a month or two. So yeah, it just takes time, but if you want it, that's it. Worst gig I had, oh my god, why can I can like think of it, but I can't think of it. Oh, let me export this. Overwrite. Oh my gosh. Funny enough, the weddings were never that bad. Like, you hear people talk about bridezillas and all that. I've been fortunate enough to like never experience that. That's not the picture. Dominic. Dominic, there you are. Yeah, so the weddings were never that bad. I've never had a bad gig in the sense of like the experience while shooting was bad. I've just had like people who are hella annoying after the fact. And that's why like over the recent years, like I've stopped taking other types of work and I've tried to make all of my work automotive. It's really knocked down the headaches, so to speak. And that's the only type of work I really want to do. Like, I would be down to get into narratives and things of that nature, music videos and whatnot. But right now, all the work that's coming to me is automotive, and I am totally cool with that. Keys Toast, I thought you said my videos were like on pornography, like they were on Pornhub, and I was like, wait, what? I almost had a freak out. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should put my car videos on Pornhub and monetize them. 'Cause there's a lot of like random stuff on there. Alright, cool. Heel brush. Please work. Not really. Try again. Not really. So because it's so close to this building, I'm gonna do this method. Of course. bring that over. Dominic Cortez, what's up? Here is your shout out, my man. Oh, that's funny. I feel like for the mood of this photo, we can go a little more extreme. Let's see. Just kind of going through the blending modes right now. Okay, maybe with a little bit of dodging on the clouds. The only game I play is GTA. Chris keeps trying to get me to play Warzone, and I'll probably give in pretty soon and start playing Warzone. I'm not much of a gamer, though. I played PUBG Mobile pretty religiously, like, end of 2018, early 2019. But other than that, not much. Thanks, Dominic. This is not my car, but you have the same name as the person who took this photo, so that's pretty cool. Appreciate the subscription, my man. We're probably going to crop a little bit of this side out because there's just a little more negative space on this side than this side, and I'd always prefer the balance of the negative space to be towards the front of the car. But this shot is super clean in itself. The reflection on the door looks really good. Windshield polarized, reflections back. Oh, I see a little specimen. Yeah, I've thought about, like, Chris is doing Warzone streams on Twitch, and if I do start playing Warzone, I'll probably do the same, but I'm probably going to use Twitch more so for streaming, like, kind of random stuff or things that don't have as much of, like, a topic. Like, so, like, if I'm just opening a project and it's really, like, bare bones, really boring, nothing worth talking about, I'll probably do streaming of that over there on Twitch. And I'll probably also stream music production over there as well. So these like weird spots here and here. It might just be the car. Whatever that little thing is. I don't like it. Nope. Helby, if you upload it to Google Drive and then you can share that link with me, that way we can work on files that are over that size. That's what I've been doing with everyone who's submitted something of a substantial size so far. I prefer not to use WeTransfer if anyone was thinking of doing that, because it's just like less streamlined, so to speak. Alright, gotta drop the opacity. Oh yeah, Stig's Italian Cousin. I remember that car. That's dope. I miss those NJ Tuner days a lot, man. It was such like a pure experience of what the automotive culture was like, especially for that being the first group I kind of enveloped myself in when I first got into cars. And man, that was cool. Your GS looked good up on the top of the hill there. Oh, that's the wrong aspect ratio. I want to give it more lead towards the top. There's something weird going on, and I'm not sure what it is yet, but I think I'm going to play with the skew of the photo here. And because I feel like as the car falls back, it gets like crunched in a little bit. So I'm going to drag this point out and just kind of thicken out that point, and we'll see what happens here. Yes. I do have a playlist on Spotify. Thank you, FVXO Fusion, for confirming that. If you head to my Instagram, one of the story highlights has a link to every playlist that's in there. I should have tried decreasing the size of it. Eric, I did get your photo submission. Thank you. I am using FL Studio for music production. I've played around with Ableton, and I know it's like the preferred platform for a lot of people, other than Logic or Pro Tools, but not going that extreme with it yet. Well, I would say music production for me is like 90% a hobby, and 10% maybe I can make it into something serious. Actually, no, probably like 70-30. I love this photo. So this comes to us from Raw Colt. That is his IG name if anyone wants to check out his stuff over on Instagram. I absolutely love this. The symmetry between the two walls here. I wish this was a little more like right here. Maybe we can do something with that in Photoshop. But other than that, this is why I love shooting white cars. Like, as long as you're in a well-lit area, the body lines, perfect. Perfect. We'll get rid of that little reflection there. I don't mind the reflection on the windows because we can see the light source. I'm not a fan of reflections when you can't see the source of it as much. Maybe we can clean up that Type R badge. Alright. So I have not seen... That was extreme. I have not seen this color Civic in person, so I don't know if this is supposed to be like a creamy white or more of a pure white. If anyone has seen this gen and this color Civic in person and can maybe offer some insight before I tweak this white, that would be cool, because otherwise I'm going to base the white balance off that and kind of cool it off a little more. But if the car's meant to be more of a cream, then I will leave it. I could just Google it, but hey, you know. While I wait for that answer, I'm going to grab something to drink, and I'll be right back. Ugh. I can't wait until this mic is set up. That way I don't have to bother muting the mic because it's like an XML condenser mic. And it doesn't pick up sounds that are far away. As I was saying, we got a beer from a local brewery called Juicy Pebbles. So thank you for confirming that the car is more of a cream white. So I'm going to leave it as is here. But over here we kind of lost that cream look. So I'm going to try and just bring that back a little bit with the adjustment brush. You know what's funny? I didn't mute myself at all in the last stream. And I was like, didn't do it in the last stream. Not going to do it in this one. And there we go. I did it. Raw Colt type. Oh. Let me see where we're at with the tunes. Okay, nice. So off the bat, there's not much I would love to see if we could do something about bringing this line over a bit. Or maybe just getting rid of it altogether. But we have two pretty extreme differences in light. We have this like more muted and then all this light source coming on over here. But we can give it a shot. Let's go. Feather it out like 1.5. So I'm just going to select the border of the car where it meets the pavement and just make that a new layer so I can drag any new information underneath it. Yes, finally an FK8. Yes. I really did not like these platforms when they came out. They've grown on me a little bit, but I really don't see any in person. So it's hard for me to judge, but I've seen some pretty clean ones done up. So I'm going to bring this information over like halfway. And then take this large chunk, make that a layer, and then bring it over halfway as well, and then try and blend them together. Keys Toast, man, I appreciate that. You don't need to hang out if you're if you got to get up early or something. The stream will be up after the fact. Although I really am upset about the whole power going out at the beginning of the stream. Hey, you sent another picture over. Awesome. I think I'm going to ditch that idea. I think that's more work than it's worth. And I know someone's going to tell me to use the healing brush, but there's no way the healing brush is going to work on this one. Too big. A dir. Alright. Cool. Yikes. Alright. Calm down. Sick. Tight. Alright. I would love to do any of the things you guys are suggesting, but yeah. I have no idea why this happened. Are you done yet? I can't wait to build a new PC. Oh, hey, calm down. The PC I'm on right now is like decently powerful and it gets the job done, but I just want to go like OD. Alright, pen tool, content aware. Someone is gonna have to tell me how to do that, because honestly I don't pen tool often. Content aware. Oh, there it is. Maybe? Yikes. Edit. Content aware scale? I don't feel like that's it. After pen tool or lasso. Alright. Edit. Then right click and hit. I can't use the spot healing brush because it's not going to work, because the difference in light over here and here is pretty extreme. So many tools I never use. Patch tool. What the fuck? The lasso's too huge? Alright. Alright. We're Googling it, boys. I feel so silly. Right click and make selection should only be 1 pixel. I have no idea, to be honest. Right click with the lasso enabled. Fill. Ha! Got it. Okay, content aware. Maybe that's it. Shut the front door. That's not terrible. Okay, we can make that work if we just like merge in a little bit. Dang, okay. Alright. So that gave us a really good base. I can still see some like obvious sharp lines here, but let's see. Hey, Jasper's in the chat. What's up, Jasper? Alright, let's make this work. I'm hype. Just kind of blend it all together. Shout out to everybody in the chat for helping me out, because I look like an idiot. See, the only thing that's kind of weird is like this part of the photo's all out of focus, and it brought in information where it's more in focus here. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. That was a process and a half. That was probably too big. I can't wait to have a Ryzen 3900X. Oh Lord. Is anyone in here into PCs and building PCs and all that good stuff? That's not gonna cut it. Okay, I'm over it. I'll work on it. Not right now. I want to do stuff that I know how to do. Psych. Yeah, I'm like looking at all the parts I want, and there's nothing like immediately available in stock. It's insane. Alright, SoundCloud just started like playing whatever was in the next after that search, so sorry for playing. Oh, let's just play his Harmony Festival set. There we go. Keys Toast, have a good night, man. Thank you for stopping by. Got a new PC a month ago, RTX 2080 Ti, 9900K. Ooh, nice. That's awesome. I've been a super hardcore Intel guy, but I really just can't get... AMD is literally murdering them right now. I'm going to get demonetized for saying that. And they're just not dropping their prices on their processors. which makes no sense because I can get a 3900X for the same price, get 50% more cores, 100% more threads, and it just works. It's just gonna rip through Premiere and all that much better. And I really wanted the 999 100K, but the price point just doesn't make sense. So I'm probably going to go 3900X. I'm going to keep the 1660 Ti I have in here. Because again, I don't game much, so 1660 Ti is plenty for like GPU accelerated effects in Photoshop and Premiere. Because right now I have a 6700K in there. And it was great for like... It was great up until like mid last year, and then when projects start getting bigger and footage starts getting more demanding. Hey, nice with the new MacBook. You know, I came up with an idea for a stream the other day, and to anyone in here that's like a photographer or video shooter, let me know if you think it would be a fun stream and you feel like it would be helpful to you. But I wanted to do a stream where we build out camera kits at different budgets. So let's say you have $500 to you know, get everything you need to get started in video, and then you have $1,000, and then you have $1,500, and then you have $2,000. It's like, what should you add to your kit as you have more budget? Because like watching all these PC build videos lately, they do like literally exactly that, where it's like, if you have $1,000, get all this for your PC, or what have you. And I thought that could be very translatable to gear. So I think that would be a cool idea. Alright. Boop. Name of the playlist here, I will show you. So, playlist. So, these are all of them. Let me hit see all. You got 2019 soundtrack mix, 808 Basement, Vapor Chill, Trap Loft, Funk Room, Night Drive, Wave Lounge, 16 mix, and 17 mix. I just realized I didn't put the 18 mix on here. So yeah, user, these are the playlist names. And then while you're at it, go stream my own tracks, like Cartel Funds, Proximity, One Night. Run my plays up a little bit. You have a Canon T3i and a Nikon D90. Damn, I had a Nikon D90. That was a solid camera. I have seen like the drop videos on the RTX 2060 KO, and maybe I'll check that out. What does that go for? I know it's more like a budget 2060. Oh, it's $300. That's literally what I paid for the 1660 Ti. I mean, it has the same amount of RAM. It needs RGB. There needs to be one with RGB, or I'm not into it. I'm that guy. No RGB, no game. Can't. My new build is gonna look like a frickin' carnival. And it's so tacky and I almost hate it, but at the same time I love it. I'm going to try and do 10 photos tonight. Do I listen to Excision? Not really. It's a little more aggressive than what I'm into. Oh, you know what I just had for... What if we crop out our car here, put a light source behind it, and then kind of blast it through? Let's do that. And I'm still going to use the lasso tool because I just started using the pen tool after the other stream, and my friend Ravi showed me like how to really precisely do it. But at this point, I'm still faster with the lasso. So we're going to lasso. I know all the music you're hearing is like very kind of almost Excision-like. Maybe like a little more old school dubstep. But this is just my boy Dead Crow's set. I would pull it up, but now I am stuck in the lasso tool and I cannot. So that's another benefit of me finally switching over to the pen tool. Damn, you're all going crazy and I can't see. Wait, I could listen to it. Oh yeah. So there have been so many online music festivals lately because, you know, every artist gig has gotten canceled, which is really cool. And I don't want to say much yet because I want to wait until all the logistics are solidified, but there's going to be something very cool and very unique on this channel, either May 23rd or June 6th, and it involves a lot of the artists that I use in my videos. So if you want to come around for an experience, mark those evenings down, and more information will be released when it's ready. I'll probably put a trailer on the channel for it. Hey, Rockhold is in the chat. What's up, man? That must have been funny, like opening the video and then just seeing your photo right here. Guys, so this is Rockhold who just jumps in the chat. This is his photo. Rockhold, feel free to drop your links in the chat if you'd like to. Damn, you got to shoot the stage with... that's sick. FVXO Fusion, something like that, but it's going to have my twist on it. But again, I'm just waiting to knock out some of the logistics with the artists. And I want to make sure that there are no other online festivals going on during those days. So once I knock out all that stuff, I'll be able to share the information. But it's going to be really cool. Japeth Rendell, what is up, man? Thanks, Cam. Hey, Cam, how's that GTX 980 still working for you? Okay. That looks terrible. I know. Just give me a second. Why though? There we go. Damn, you got a 2070 now and you gave that one to a friend. That's cool. I'm glad it lives on somewhere. Also, for anyone that's relatively new in the chat, we started a different live earlier and the power went out. So there is a good chance that the power may just drop out at any point tonight. We've gotten pretty lucky so far. We're at 70 minutes deep, but I hear it now. It's starting to like really pour out there, and I can hear stuff blowing around. So it's just a reality. And if that happens, I am sorry. Hey, the camera's out. Stand by, guys. Alright, cam is back. Cam is back. It is out of focus. Let me put that. All the batteries I've had for my A7R2 are super old, so they last probably... Alright, yeah, we've been going for 70 minutes. That's actually pretty decent, even though it's just kind of like feeding out of the HDMI. But I need to get some fresh ones, because they'll definitely last longer. I'm not going to play anything like recommended just because I want to avoid copyright if I can. And if I'm going to play anything, it's going to be like homies music. Dead Crow's the dude. Lexi Media, yes, the LUTs do work in Final Cut. Just with Final Cut, you need a third-party program to make the LUTs work. Whether that's Magic Bullet, Color Finale, or I know there's free ones. Just do a Google search on that. But they'll work just the same as with any other program. Alright, the dubstep's getting a little wild. Let's change it up here. Alright, so I'm going to chop this one off here for now, and then work back on it a little bit off camera. That way we can keep it moving on to the next one. I still need to work on this one. If it wasn't for you guys, I probably would have left it alone, so thank you for that. And then I will get the edits out to everyone whose photos I've edited so far. Alright, let's do a Subaru! Subaru! Okay. Japeth, thank you very much for sending in a picture. It will get added to the queue of edits. Hey, David, that's really cool. Alright, so we have this from Lawrence Theart. I'm going to butcher all your names. Goes by Lollipop Media on Instagram. Lawrence, if you're in here, say what is up to the chat. This is your photo of this definitely bagged WRX. Looks pretty clean. It's an ARW file, so it's coming out of a Sony. ISO 150mm 1.8, so making good use of that bokeh with this background here. Looks like a cool area. I see these train tracks in the back here. Some poles we can get rid of. Overall, not bad. It's decently sharp for shooting at 1.8. Sun photos make me cry, yeah. Alright, and because it's a Sony, this red is awful. So we're going to fix that before we send it over to Photoshop. We got to do something about this foreground here. Overall, kind of like pretty cool photo. I feel like if I was in this location, I wouldn't think to have shot it this way. So I can respect that. Red. I need more red. And we're going to do that. If you're ever editing a color and you feel like you can't get it by changing the hue, jump over the luminance and chances are it's overexposed. A little too far, like right there or so, because Chris had this exact color Impreza, and it's more like a something like this as opposed to this. Where's the vape? I know, right? Alright, let's play with the split toning a little bit, see what kind of mood we can go for here. I'm just going to kind of scrub through. Definitely not that. Wow, putting that in the highlights really offsets a lot of the yellow from the original photo. So we can run with that right there. I don't mind the greenish yellow shadows either. Oh, I kind of like it somewhere around here too. Kind of gives it that Visco vibe. You know what? Let's go with an edit like a Visco edit for this in that case. So let's go somewhere right here. And then what we'll do, lift the shadows like a decent amount. Yeah, Diego's wagon was super nice. It was super clean, super simple. Hey, Poet, I have not set up the exclamation point submit yet, but that's a great idea. I will do that. Let me see if I can do that off the cuff right now. Alright, if anyone wants to try the submit command in chat, feel free. It will bring up the bot with telling you where to send the photo. gotta knock these highlights down here a little more. Let's get a little something up here as well. Dimitri, I'm just kind of like going off the cuff. When I download the photos, I kind of just like look at it and I'm like, okay, cool. But everything I'm doing is pretty much on the fly unless I see something in advance that I'm really like dead set on. But yeah, for the most part, it's just like on the fly. Hey, it works. Nice. Thank you, guys. You guys are saying let's do a radio filter? Let's go for it. Yeah, I think a vignette could work good on this. I would really love to crop in less of this wall, but we're only at 4,000 pixels here, and the car itself is a little soft in the focus, so I don't want to bring that to attention too much. I know, my bad, we're back. Thank you, guys. I think I might order a Stream Deck so I can take all the hotkeys off the keyboard. But we'll have to see how streaming goes, because I don't know how crazy I want to go with like investing into a bunch of streaming stuff, and then when it gets busy again, not be able to do it as much. But I appreciate you guys sticking around while I keep messing that up. Alright, so we just put a little radio filter on it as well. This is the wall I was talking about. I would love to crop away more than that, but we're not totally sharp here, so I don't want to emphasize that at all by cropping in. So let's send this over to Photoshop. I just want to lift the gamma over there. Javed, thank you, and I did see that you submitted. So right now for photo submissions, we have a pretty backed up line, so to speak. So it'll get added to the queue as everything else is in there. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. So I just want to soften it up a bit, give it more of a like faded gamma in the shadows. That might be a bit too much. So before, after, before, after, before, after. There we go. Aubrey, yeah, it's really the same thing. I could have done it either way, and it would have done pretty much the same exact thing. I was just like going off the suggestions in chat. Alright, I love working with clouds because you can kind of just like clone whatever. And if you guys didn't see this being edited and you saw the photo, it would not cause any suspicion whatsoever. Only part where it's weird is the power lines here, but maybe we can just... Nope. There we go. I just gotta work that spot up there a little more. Because the gradient is going on up here, it makes that a little more difficult to go ahead and clone. So we'll do one of these. So I'll take like a big portion over, then I'll pull out the levels and I'll adjust the levels until I see that kind of fade into the surrounding area. Photoshop in a... Oh my god. You guys are ruthless with the Subaru jokes. There we go. I'm just going to get rid of this little cloud right here. Maybe just fix this a wee bit. There we go. Then there's this thing. I don't know what this is. It's like, it looks like it's going all the way up to the frickin' moon. Wrong layer. So I'm just kind of like backing up off my screen to get a better view at it. So often when you're just like staring right into it, it gets a little aggressive on the eyes. Now it just looks like it's coming out of the clouds. Great. Alright, I see you guys sending more photos in. Awesome. Keep them coming. It is storming outside. Holy crap. We might lose power. Just so you guys are prepared for that. Oh. Ah, I keep scrolling like right past it. There it is. 1.2. Stig, where are you at? I'm in Woodridge, over by MetLife. You can feel the storm. Alright. That could use a little touch up before I send it out, but otherwise, looking pretty good. Let's see what's going on here. We can get rid of this thing. Brian L., what is up? Oh, 25 minutes? That's not bad. Are you more in Central Jersey? I feel like that's where I remember you being. Because I know a lot of the NJ Tuner dudes were like Edison kind of based. There we go. Easy enough there. Spot in the headlights killing me too. Brian, we are just in here, you know, doing the thing. We are editing, hanging out on a Thursday night. I just want to zoom out and see. That kind of just looks like cloud reflection. So I can get away with not as clean of a clone stamp here. Which is cool. I'll just bring this down here. Just kind of smooth it out a bit. Holy crap, handsome. You guys keep blowing my mind away with shortcuts, and I love it. I had no idea you could just right-click and do that. Jesus. I'm just such a type of dude that, like, when I, like, learn something one way, I just, like, stick to it forever. It's a very bad habit. That's why when I, like, learned to start producing music and I started learning FL Studio, I, like, purposely learned it the, like, more professional shortcut way. That way I wouldn't get stuck in, like, doing all these weird backwards things. I am one ocean away from you. Can't relate. Sunny and 60 degrees. Alright, that's cool, man. Thanks. It's going to be May here tomorrow and it's still, like, cold outside. We've had, like, I would say the second half of April here has been unseasonably cold. Yes, I'm serious. My processes are painful, but they still get you from A to B with the same result. It just takes longer. Alright, cleaned up the grill a bit. We just got this spot as well. Let's do one of these. I can't appreciate that you translated 16 degrees Celsius for me. You know what? I appreciate it so much that I didn't even realize you did it. Because we're using Fahrenheit over here. I know. I'll have more time to stream yet. I think we gotta toss in a little more on the color balance here. A little more visco. I don't know if it's visco enough. I'm not. There we go. Merge all that down. Looking for a sweet spot. Ooh, actually adding red to the shadows looks real good on the car, but it offsets all the viscoing we did. Oh. There it is. Donomita? Yeah, I'm a fan of their stuff. It's very well shot, very well produced. The type of content, like the narrative history of things or what have you, it's like not my style of content, what I prefer to watch. So I don't like purposely make sure I watch it every day, so to speak. But you know, it's like good stuff to put on the other screen while I'm editing. Speaking of other screen, I have a 35-inch ultra wide coming in tomorrow, and I cannot wait. When it gets here on Tuesday's stream, when we review your videos again, I will show you guys. So I think I'm going to run the 35-inch ultra wide over here, and then the monitor I have here vertically. Alright, this one is saved. Let us move on. We can switch it up. Let's do this cool dirt bike. I don't know if it's a dirt bike or a street bike. Shot here from Andre Satyawan. This is his Instagram here, Andre JSYT. Andre, if you are in here, say what is up to the chat. Great shot. Pretty dang sharp for, you know, shooting out the back of a car. let's warm it up. Let's make it a joyful type mood. We got this nice sun coming in from the left hand side here. We can just go, yeah, let's warm it up big time. Bring those highlights back though. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh no, Gabe, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully that's not a sign for what's to come for me. Alright. Bring these greens back from their yellowish state. Take the yellows though and make them a little red. Split toning, let's run through this. See how far we can go on straightening this out. Oh, we still got some decent room to work with. We keep him in frame for the most part. Oh no, okay, I pressed it too many times and then like both my screens blacked out. Yo, I love that you guys just, you know, I'm not even going to bother learning any shortcuts because I feel like every time I stream, you'll just give me shortcuts. And for the person that said to export, use the, there was some setting for exporting directly to Lightroom, but because I'm cheap and use CS6, it does export to Photoshop, but because I'm cheap, I can't, it's like not compatible or something. Alright. I just want to crunch this down here. You guys are sending more and more photos and videos. I love it. That's awesome. Thank you. Put a little flare on there. Alright, so I'm going to just add a little bit of direction to the light, off and on. And if I press J, yeah, nice try with the Alt F4. Oh, okay, that's very helpful. Is that information the camera totally lost, or no? Okay, so that's just editing information. Good to know. Yup. Overall, I'm down with this one. Let's save it and move on. Alright. Supra? Is that a Supra? I believe it is. Should we go with like a type of creepy forest Ozark vibe? I think let's go with something like that. So let's do that. Fun fact, everything they shot in Ozark, whether it was interior, exterior, whatever time of day, they shot everything at 4400 white balance. So no matter what the lighting choices were, we're going to run with that. I absolutely love everything about that show. They shot the first season on a Panasonic Varicam, and then for season 2 and 3, or I have it backwards and it's 1, 2 were on the Varicam, and season 3 was on the Sony Venice. What is that show about? It's hard to explain. Basically, this guy's in debt. They kill his business partner, and he goes to escape in the Ozarks of Missouri, and to pay them back, essentially, he starts running a bunch of businesses in the Ozarks, but he gets, you know, how just like they keep the story going by getting way over involved and everything but like that. Make the red mirrors pop. There you go. Pop. There you go. Just for you. Luminance 100. Saturation 100. No, we'll definitely bring it up a little bit. Alright, so in Ozark, everything for the majority of the part is green and blue. So we're going to do a little bit of cyan in the highlights, just a tad, and very deep green blues in the shadows. Yeah, basically money laundering. I should have just said that. But his original plan is to like pay them back with the money he's making, and then he just starts laundering money for the cartel and working for them again. Nero, I will send what's up first of all. I will send your GTR photo by the next stream, which is Tuesday, so I'll send it to you edited. Thanks for jumping in. Alright, yellow. It still needs more, but I'm going to just leave it for Photoshop. By the way, this is Charlie Main's shot of this Mark V Supra. His Instagram handle is up here, Charles Main, if you guys want to check him out and his work. He works for, I believe he said MA Performance, or like Map Performance. So that is pretty sick. I know they have some SRT4 parts that I am going to need soon. Alright, truck has got to go bye-bye. You guys keep saying spot brush, so let's try it. Is that the right one? Oh, look, I did the right click. Yeah, after I finish this set, I'm going to go through and pick 10 of my favorite, like, transformations, so to speak. And I'll post the, like, before and after on IG. Why am I breaking Photoshop here? Yeah, Nero, send in. Feel free to send in some of your video content for the video streams, because we will do a what in the world? We will do a video stream. Okay, I'm doing something. Clone, Alt, K. Yeah, it's like a government. Honestly, it kind of fits the vibe of like the Ozark vibe, like a car being back there following him. But it is just kind of distracting, so we're just not going to run with it. I'd prefer if you put the video on YouTube or some kind of streaming platform, only because Google Drive streams 1080 very poorly. So if you could get it on some type of streaming platform, that would be much preferred. Burgundy S14. It depends on when you submitted. Your name seems familiar, and I feel like there's a Burgundy S14 somewhere in there pretty soon. I can't recall off the top of my head right now. I think what I'll do going forward is I'll make a community post beforehand saying whose photos are going to be in there. That way, if you can't hang around for every stream to see, even if you can't hang around for every stream to see us edit the photo, they'll always be up after the fact. So even if you miss the stream, you can always hop back in and check it out. All right, Nero, no rush. It won't be until Tuesday anyhow, so you got time. So I just want to make the angle of where this road falls off a little sharper so it looks like a more extreme curve going around behind the trees here. Have a good night, Nero. Thanks for coming through. There we go. Okay. Sony a7 II or the Canon 5D Mark II? Definitely the a7 II. I feel like at this point, Canons keep their resale value more than Sony. So if you pick either one up used, I feel like you can get them in a similar price point. With the a7 II, you're going to get more powerful video if that's what you're looking for. You're going to get more powerful color profiles for video if that's what you're looking for. But if you're only going to pick it up for photo, I'd honestly probably pick up the 5D Mark II, only because I love Sony, I really do. The technology in their camera is amazing. I love the Fujifilm like X-T3. I love the GH5. But there's really nothing like holding a full-size digital SLR in your hands. Why is there a dent in the roof? Camera's out. I will address that in a second. Putting in new battery, boys. Alright, back at it. Out of focus. How we doing? Alright. Cool. Yeah, man, what is up? Thank you for coming back to the chat. Good to see you as well. Yes, so the A7 II is mirrorless. And like I was saying, I love all mirrorless cameras. But holding like a full-size SLR, especially when you're shooting stuff like sports, anything, just any situation where like the feel of the camera is really important, there's really nothing like it. GTA on PS4, Xbox, I played on PC. Get on and play COD. I have to download it first, and I know that's going to take a while. At least I assume so. I feel like it's a pretty big file. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, Bloom by Delirious. No, I'll take a picture of your recommendation. I will check it out later. Yeah, you got deja vu from the beginning of the stream. Well, I appreciate you hanging out here since the beginning of the stream, my man. Hey, Joseph, what's up, man? At this moment, I am not 100% sure if I will be coming to Tunarivo in Puerto Rico. You know what I would love to do is clean up this windshield. Let's, since we have this head-on shot to work with, let's try a little something, because we have a symmetrical windshield, the shot's head-on, so I think we might be able to get away with it, but I don't want to make any promises. Now the car has two driver seats. No, I will fix that. Oh my goodness. All right. Back. Gotta leave the lasso tool so I can focus the camera. This is time number 3. There we go. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. I put in a dead battery. Who would have thought? So I'm definitely going to order some new batteries for the Sony. Maybe tomorrow. That way they can possibly get here by the next stream on Tuesday. Because these batteries I've had for just so long. The lifespan on them is not what they were like new. Yes, if you'd like to submit anything, exclamation point submit in the chat. We'll take you there. Gabe, thank you for clearing that up. So submitted, but if your question is when they're playing, this coming Tuesday I will go through more video submissions. We went through about 30 in the last one, and I am playing them back in chronological order, so I'm taking them in the order I'm receiving them. If you would like priority to bump yourself above the line, there is a join button below the video you're watching right now where you can join the member channel. It's $4.99 a month, and that will get you priority in the streamline of videos, as well as a private Discord, which a few of the members that are in here are in. A community posts that are exclusive to you, so updates, teasers for videos before anyone else sees them. And in the Discord group, we can chat about photo, video, if you have questions or advice. So if you would like that, the join button is down below. If not, that's totally cool, and the video will be played back in the order it's received. Merch at the moment you can get at someone try exclamation point merch in the chat. Commands. Okay, no, I put explanation. All right, if you put exclamation point Lutz in the chat, it'll take you to the online store. Right now, we don't have too much merch because of COVID shutting down all of the businesses that we get our stuff made from. Or not shutting down, rather just running on minimal people, or shutting down in general. But we do have a lot of stickers left. We have, I'm looking over at this shelf right now, we have 3 hats left. We have some first class fitment tees in every size but a large left, some flight tags, some air fresheners. So if you're looking for air fresheners and stickers, you can get that over there. Alright, don't follow that Streamlabs link. There you go, that's the one. I don't know what the first one is it put in there, but I will adjust that for the next chat. Thank you very much. All right, so we have 2 driver seats in our Super right now. Obviously, we can't have that. So let's just... Nope. I just want to get rid of all these tree branches and whatnot. So I think if I just take over this chunk of information and put it over here, it'll look flat. Gabe, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm hoping to maybe going towards, at this point it's looking like June. Like early June, I'll probably put in an order for new shirts, air fresheners, everything, like a whole new line of stuff. Last year we did 3 designs in total. So I would like to do something totally fresh for this year. And I do want to up the quality a bit. I love the idea of like really comfortable basics tees that are just like, chill colors, very nicely fitting, and very nice material. So I think I might do a run like that. It's Attack. If I said your name wrong again, I'm sorry. I get a Mike Devine vibe from you. You guys are both really calm. Oh yeah, I can see that for sure. Mike's an awesome dude. Super chill, so I can see it. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this. Nope. I'm just going to bring it over and try and continue the overall look of whatever this center mark is here. I think it's the screen, but honestly what we could do is just add a good amount of dodge brushing to the windshield and just kind of tint it down. 2 driver seats would be funny. But I'm sure someone would eventually notice. Alright. So, merge all that down. Or, not yet, not yet. Alright, just gotta... No. Spirit JP I am familiar with. I have a few friends that make the trip down from Jersey to go drifting there. We follow each other and all that, but we never met or anything. I would definitely love to go to a Spirit JP event this year if they host any. I would love to film it. The Alexander Wolf video. So Xavier was playing Tuner Evo Philly, and after his set was done, so he like played in the venue where all the cars were and everything like that. After his set was done, I was just like, hey, do you want to film a music video tomorrow? And that was literally it. He was like, yeah, sure. So his flight wasn't out until that day super late, like the following day after Tuner Evo Philly. So we met up super early and just shot till probably like from 9 to 3. So we didn't even shoot that long. And that's it. Alright, so I copied over the windshield from this half to this half, and you can see the symmetry in the clouds, which, I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, kind of gives it away that it was cloned over, so let's just change it up a bit. Istiak. Please tell me if I said that right. I know you told me last time, but I kind of forgot. But after saying it now, I will not forget. Istiak. Alright, so we'll just change up the cloud pattern a little bit here. That way it's not totally symmetrical. But it still has a little bit of symmetry to it, which I don't mind. Do I edit and shoot all my projects alone? Sometimes I have a second shooter, so either I might be shooting with Chris, or my friend Brandon Deusser, sorry. That's like as far as stuff is on my YouTube channel goes. For other stuff, for like client work, commercial work, typically there's like myself, a PA, maybe another camera operator, maybe someone doing sound. I really want to give this more contrast, more green-blue. So I'm actually going to duplicate all this. Color balance it, because I don't really want to affect the car anymore. I mean, you'll see that right now I am, but in a second. So I'm doing just this with more green-blue. And I'm just going to take a nice fat eraser brush. Let me see where my line is. Bigger than that. There we go. So I was really just trying to stay away from it affecting the car more. There we go. This has Ozark vibes to me. I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm just overhyping it. I'm into it. Alright, so just taking a look for anything else I can easily take care of. I think we can clean this up here by just cloning this over. Can't really do the same thing for all this because this is a totally different scenario from left to right. But this one should be easy enough. After this photo, we have composites from B Games photo and 2 quick pics coming up. So if you guys are still here in the chat, I will be working on those next. Is it possible to amp up the headlights and make them brighter? Yeah, we could put a little flare on there for sure. Let's go ahead and do that after we take care of this here. Hold down the Alt and click the eye of the layer. Stand by. If you want to see only the layer you are working on. Ah. Now, how do I make it show everybody again? Alright, so I see 2 Quick Picks is still in the chat. What's up, man? Thanks for hanging out. Gonna get to work on yours next. Takuso. Yes, we do accept video game submissions. However, I'm gonna save them down to like 1 or 2 videos per stream, and I'm gonna save them for the end of the chat. Only because I want to prioritize people who are filming in real life, but I feel like there's things that people can learn from video game, car edits. So I still want to include them as well, but they'll just be more towards the end of the stream. So our next video submission stream will be this coming Tuesday. Please take out the parking sensor. Oh, yeah, we can do that. That's easy enough. That's such a good point, too. Oh, no. Parking sensors, man, they're so ugly. And they're, like, everywhere on these cars. So I want to keep this highlight here. Just go with like a feather of 3 or so. Not my be right back screen. I guess I really do need to get the stream deck. There we go. That cleans it up a lot. So that's before and after. So I just gotta clean up what's going on over here. The reflections over here weren't bad, so I'm just gonna Is that bar falling off? What bar? The lip? I'm not sure what bar you mean. Alright, you said content aware, all the parking sensors. Fill, content aware. Oh, she. Oh, she. You right, Aubrey. Alex Ray, what's up, man? Thanks for coming through the chat. Left corner. This? Should we just get rid of this entire hump? Because if I get rid of the sensor, 7th button on my toolbar. Paint? Yo, leave me and my lasso alone. Oh, if it's background, I can just hit delete. Alright, let's try it. Oh, fire. Oh my goodness. I love you guys. Look at how much better the bumper looks without those things on there. Look at where the bar joins the fender. Oh, do you mean that? Wow, you guys, yeah, if you guys can hear the rain, that's the rain. So there's a skylight, like maybe 20 feet to my left. That's exactly why I ordered myself a new microphone, something that more picks up more sound that's close, as opposed to like this crappy USB mic that just picks up everything. Oh, fire! And look at that clean line it made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. My bad. Aubrey, calm yourself. The bumper looks so much better without the parking sensor humps. Oh my god. I can't believe they released it from the factory like that. And I never would have noticed had I not edited this photo. Alright, so a little more pump to the headlights. I know it looks bad. Calm down. Hold on. Yeah, you said where the fender joins the bumper? The car would probably look better without the Toyota badge as well. Let's find out. I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of everything shaved. No badges, no nothing. Oh, yes. Oh, actually, I don't know. Hold on, let me turn the headlight flare. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it with. Maybe it's just because I've never seen it without and it looks weird. Okay, I hear my cat up to some weird stuff downstairs. I just want to make sure she's not like climbing in one of the cabinets. So I'm gonna check on that real quick, and then when we get back to it, did the stream just disconnect? Okay, we should be back up. If you are seeing this, let me know. Possibly, I'm seeing more people come in. Yeah, I'm still seeing you guys chatting, and the streaming software says we are good to go. Okay, so before the stream potentially kind of like crashed, my cat's up to some weird stuff downstairs. I hear her like climbing in the cabinet, so I'm just gonna check on that, and then when we come back, we are gonna work on 2 composites from B Games Photo and 2 quick picks. So I'll be right back, my dudes. Alex Ray, have a good night, my man. Alright, we are back. It looks like the chat in my streaming software froze. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to try and keep a monitor of the chat through my phone here. Gabe, by quick picks, I mean someone with the name Two Quick Picks. Yeah, oh, I didn't realize the pun there, so to speak. But his name he goes by is Two Quick Picks. You'll see in a second when I import them here. I put them somewhere. There we go. Apparently not. There we go. There they are. Alright. Let's send those in. I'm just going to change my phone's display settings real quick so I can monitor what you guys are saying, because in my software the chat has not reconnected and I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Alright, hopefully that does it. Also, now that I just heard the stream on my phone for a second, I am so sorry about all the clicking you guys are hearing. I can't wait to get this mic set up. That way it's less clicking and just more clean audio. Alright, so we have a submission here from Two Quick Picks. I just saw you in the chat, I believe. Use TOOQUIKPIX on Instagram, and he submitted photos of this lovely Fiat here. What are these wheels? They're clutch? Really? I had no idea Clutch made these wheels. Okay, so this looks like his car maybe. TQP Media. Oh, that is his Instagram there. So he submitted these two, and then he submitted some with some light streaks, but I'm just going to go with these clean ones. I'm glad you're concerned for my safety, Handsome. Alright, so we have this one with all the lighting we need for the headlights, fog lights, and then this one is a beautiful, super clean exposure. This one doesn't need a lot of work, to be honest. We're just going to bring these highlights down so we can get more of those headlights. I might cool this off a bit. This is a great shot. Alright, let's run these out. Alright, so I think everyone in this chat for the most part is pretty experienced, so you might already know this, but if you have two layers, one exposed like this and then one you just do for your lighting like the headlights and whatnot, you can bring the headlight one over, paste on top given that there's no movement on the camera with the tripod, but it looks pretty solid, and then just do lighten and it'll bring the lightest values of each layer on over. So it looks like we have a little bit of ghosting here from the light panel, but that can be pretty easily corrected. I'm just going to merge these down. Yeah, the interior light is sick. Very nice touch. And the wheels do kind of look like sakura leaves. That was a little bit much. Tripod just might be a little off, so I'm just going to rotate. Alright. I do like this light a lot, but it's a little on the hot side in terms of just like saturation. I'm just going to bring down the saturation a little bit. Blues? Just give it like a nice medium in there, so a little before and after. Otherwise, man, this photo is great. I love it. I might color balance a bit just to make it a little, give it a little more of a mood. A little purple, blue, cyan. Just kind of taking a look at where the light stick is reflecting here. We'll just grab this and clean this up. I left my feather on way too big. Alright, so just took away that light bit. Unless that was part of the wrap, now that I look at it. But I don't feel like it was. Because that looks like a light reflection. So I'm going to run that down. Looks like we got a TQP Media. Where are you from? So this looks like I don't know, this looks like Southeast Asia or something. Like Thailand or Vietnam or something like that. I don't know, the foliage. Emilio Reyna, what is up, man? Thanks for coming by the chat. Looks like we got a reflection from a house or something nearby. So we'll just boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah. I love when it's nice and easy. Not like it's gonna be right here. Let me just zoom out to take a look at it. Okay. I think if we just fill in here. California near LA. Oh, that's dope. If I ever come out there, we should shoot this. And you should bring it to Revo. That'd be cool. And then last we got a little fender reflection here. David, my dream car. I'll show you my dream car. Also, shout out the boys, Liquid Ritual. Let's see what they got in inventory. Let's see if the one I exactly want is in the inventory here. Yep. I would take this as a 16 or a 17, or I think they go up to 18. I don't remember if they discontinued the Viper in 17 or 18, but Viper ACR Extreme in Striker Purple. I'm sorry, but I don't care about Huracans. I don't care about like 488s. I don't care about anything other than this. Other than this, it doesn't get better than this. Oh, I stopped the. Good job. There we go. Yeah. Doesn't get better than this. And then I would take this, I would take it to Calvo Motorsports in Texas, and I would get them to build it so it makes 1600 wheel horsepower and 1600 wheel torque. All right, saving this one out. Awesome stuff by Two Quick Picks, TQP Media on Instagram. And then last but not least, we have another bike. And this submission is from Alexander Blassingame. Let me know if I'm saying that wrong, Alex. B Games Media, I see you in the chat. Oh, you have a big turbo coming soon. That's sick. I mean, they sound amazing. All right, so he submitted these photos of a bike that he light painted with what looks like a flashlight, which is cool. It works. He also noted that he did not have a tripod and did multiple layers. And for not having a tripod, whatever the camera was on, whether you're hand holding it or put it on a Pelican case or something, this is pretty good. My heart did break then. All right, so we have a lighting exposure from the front, super clean. Lighting exposure from the side, pretty dang good. Lighting exposure from the back, and then a base layer. I think I'm going to forego using this one and just use this as the base layer because I like this backlit light source, because it can also pass as if these street lights over here are what is backlighting the bike itself. So let's get into it. Let's see, ISO 1600, so I can bump the exposure, and noise is not terrible. Ah, Godox speedlight, okay. See what happens when I cool it off. Oh, I think I like that more than the warm. But I want to see what it does to the bike. This is going to be blown out. Yes. All right, bring that back down. Okay, so it's a little too cold for the bike. I'm going to bring it back a little bit. Emilio Reyna, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that a lot. All right, and exposure number 3. Little darker than... I like this as a photo too, just by itself. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Let's get these exported. Camera froze. Okay, just had to reset the camera. That's strange. All right. I don't think Diego's. I think he's actually might have helped me on one shoot before. And then we also shot his IS, but he's also helped Sebastian on shoots and whatnot. So yeah, he definitely has a good idea of how to do it. I'm excited to see his bike in person. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the bike together first. All right, let me close out some stuff here. We're going to put the bike together with this exposure and this exposure, and then we'll plop it onto our base here. It's just going to be a little trickier because there's no tripod involved, so there's a lot of movement in what we need. So there's a lot less to bring over in this one here than this one. So I'm just going to grab a large chunk here, and then I'll do the work of erasing what I don't need on this one. So I'm just going to look around and see. So even though the bike did not move, because the camera moved a decent amount, even if I line the photo up here, what's going to happen is it's not going to line up everywhere else unless we really skew the photo a lot, which we can try. Since we're not blending these layers with opacity, we might be able to pass this off. We just need to see where the light is stronger. That's not too bad. Because the light's hitting in totally different places on each photo, we don't see any of that overlap. Other than just probably right about here. Might see a little bit of it on the spokes. See some of it in here, but I can erase this. So let's get into it. I'm not using any of this background anyway, so I actually don't really have to worry about that. Lighting absolutely does make a hell of a difference. And there's so many different types of moods you can go with based on the lighting alone. Like if we look at his backlit photo, like this in itself is a really good photo. And then the difference between, if we look at it, ignoring Diego here, let's crop it a bit. Ignoring Diego, like this is a totally different mood than this one as well. Lighting is everything. Alright, so these two are merged down pretty respectively. A little before, after. I'm just going to get rid of some of those elements there. What is that? An NWA CD on his air filter. Amazing. Alright, merge on down. So all I want is this bike on this background. So I'm just going to take a nice big chunk and do the erasing work over on the base layer. I'll use a point like this to line it up. Now it looks like the camera rotated between these two shots, so hopefully once it's all cropped out, we won't be able to tell. Now I'm looking at, I feel like the bike may be a little hot for the image overall, so I'm just going to drop it down a little bit. You didn't even notice the CD in person. That's funny. Alright, looks like the chain for the bike is here. Honestly, I'm going to say screw the chain and just cut that out. I don't know, do bikes have chains? What is that? It's not a chain. I literally know nothing about like street bikes or any type of cafe racers, Harleys, anything like that. Alright, we got the kickstand here. Looks like it didn't get lit, so I'm just going to leave it for now and then see what to do about it after we erase all the information we don't need. Because it might be more prevalent in the background image. Okay, you can see the difference between the two exposures here. So I'm just going to toss that one on the left away. And also happened with the tire here. We're going to see if we can fix that after the fact. Let's just delete some of this stuff now. Just to see if we're heading in the right direction. Okay, yeah. Alright, so the kickstand does look a little weird. We could just take it from the base layer here. I think what we'll do is get rid of all this. I feel like the license plate needs to be lit. So I'm just going to erase that old one away. Yes, lots of clickings, Aubrey. Now the noise isn't even that bad. And it's like really clean overall. Big sigh.